And share screen and play. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, everyone. Today, getting out there and getting some business and prospecting. I know, I hear this from agents at least once a day. I'm coaching or talking to an agent and going over things, and you always talk about prospecting because it's the most important thing.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you that prospectors have been around for a long time. See my picture?
Yeah, oh, there you go. I
Everybody
see it
was
now. I see
prospecting
it.
for
I wasn't
gold.
even
So
paying
you're
attention.
prospecting for gold as well. You're just prospecting for a different kind of gold. So,
Right. And you don't even have to leave your house,
right.
which is even better.
Yep.
So we're going to go over some ideas and thoughts, but remember, always reach out to Debbie or myself, and we'll put some time into it one-on-one and go over more of this in detail. But I will let you get started first. Deb, go ahead.
So, this goes back to a lot of the things that we've been talking about the last couple months, but using your CRM is really going to help you with the prospecting part because as we've already discussed before, a lead is not really a lead, it's really an inquiry until you make it into a lead, right? So putting them into your CRM, and then grouping them out according to I like an ABCD kind of thing. Some people like numbers. Some people just want to do an A, B, or C. But as you can see, if you have people who are repeat customers or someone who sent you a referral in the past, that's going to be an A+ person that you want to keep talking to over and over again, right? Your past client or someone who sends you an occasional referral might be just a typical A person. B is your sphere of influence. So all those people that you need to talk to all the time and ask for referrals from them. That would be a B person because maybe they're going to work with something, maybe they're not, but you want to still touch on them so you can try and get referrals there. New to your database would be a C prospect. And then O, of course, is for online contacts. We know those are just inquiries, so don't get overly excited about online leads because you have to cultivate them. They take the most work, I feel, is the online ones.
Oh, definitely. And the number I use every day, at least once a day with agents, is my goal is to have, or thought process is 300, a little over 300 leads or people that you prospect with every year and calling them 4 times a year. Actually calling them 4 times a year, but you're doing other things, the emails and the automatic updates of what's happening in the market, and just all, mailers and happy Thanksgivings, things like that.
Yep.
And that equates to only 5 calls a day if you do it just Monday through Friday. So if you have over 300 people think, that's a lot. So you could actually do quite well in real estate if over a consistent period of time you have a system, you have your database, have your contact management system, lead management systems. You have Debbie help you, get your Moxie Works up and running, and you make consistently 5 calls a day. You're going to make so much money in real estate over a period of time if you continue to do it. So, but I could go over more of that numbers. Don't want to take up the whole class on that, but just wanted to throw that out there.
I
Go
hear
ahead.
this all the time. I don't have any contacts. I don't have a sphere of influence. I don't have anyone to talk to. Well, that's silly because we all talk to everybody. Even if you're new to Ohio, you're still going to be talking to people. But I have another alternative for you. You have the MLS in your MLS matrix, which is for the Yes MLS or the MLS Now, whatever name you want to call it these days, is what I'm talking about specifically. If you go to your search bar up at the top next to your My Matrix and you click on public records, you guys have access to all kinds of people and all kinds of data. You want to filter it down to a specific thing. So I did this search over here on the left. I filtered it to Solon, Ohio 44139, and I just put signature in there for the subdivision. So signature of Solon. And you could do something like that. And then down there in the characteristics where it says land use core logic, you just pick SFR, single family residential, and it will only pull out single family residential people. And it gave me 139 contacts. And that's just by doing that specific thing. You can do this every which way. If you want to hit condominium people, you can do that. If you want to hit people who don't want to hit people who sold their house in the last 2 years, but you want to hit everyone else, you can do by last sale date as well, and it'll filter it out more. This is all for you guys to play with, man. It's here, it's free, you might as well use it. Once you get to that list, then you select all from your list and you go over to your, like you're going to print it, but you're not really going to print it. You're going to choose the label, the 5160 current resident or owner at the property address will give you that instant label that says Betty Buyer or current resident at 103 Berkshire Drive in Chardon, Ohio, or whatever it is, right? That's makes the label for you. You just have to buy the 5160 label and put it in your printer and it's already there.
Yeah, most agents, I would say, gosh, I would say over 90% agents just use the MLS for searching for homes and really don't even know how to, other than just type in a city and or a price range. That's
Yes.
it. There's so many tools in there if you take some time, and there's videos and classes through the MLS. The MLS wants to show value other than just a database to show there. So there's lots of things that they have because they want to show that there's a reason you're not just paying your dues for the MLS just to get access to data. There's other things that you could use that's included like this.
Yeah. And that's why I thought I would just do a little thing. Now, I have explicit instructions on how to do that. If you want me to send them to you, just send me a message and I'd be happy to. But once you do get people, you want to stay in contact, kind of what we were alluding to before. You want to send out mailers, send out e-reports, call them, but make sure they're not on the do not call list. Text them and also make sure they're not on the do not call list because text messages are considered the same as calling people. So if they're on the do not call list, you cannot text them. But this is going to set you apart from your competition, allow you to provide valuable information, and demonstrate your consistency because you're not going to just do one of these things. You're going to do all of these things to these people. If you have their phone number, especially. So you do it all. You don't have to do it like every single month. You do all of these things. This is spaced out so that you're just hitting them in different ways, right? So maybe you send out, you can go to the next one. I think I
All
have
right, Deb.
examples here.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
do. So I have a bunch of examples here for the next couple slides to help you figure out what are you going to send. This thing on common tax mistakes is in your Express Docs. You have so much stuff. Look at all these different tiles. Everybody that works with Century 21 Homestar has access to all of this stuff. This is just one of them. You can take this. All I did was copy this thing out and saved it on my computer as a picture. I put my picture down there and I put my contact information right there. And you can throw that on your social and hit all kinds of people. It's there for you to use. You don't have to necessarily, well, that's print material. I have to buy it from Express Docs. Figure out creative ways to use the stuff.
And
It's
Sunday,
there.
Sunday is daylight saving time.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to post out. I don't think I have anything on that today.
And I
Uh,
learned today it's daylight saving time, not savings. I always say savings. I
oh,
thought it's daylight savings, like your savings things, but
well,
it's
we are. We're
daylight
saving every
saving.
day when you change it back. So I think it should be in
Right. Saving. It's singular, not plural.
this.
Next.
Here's another thing that you can send out, either post on your social media, send it out in an e-report, or even print these things out and throw them in a little note card. Uh, and here are some statistics for you guys so that you have them. I made it for you so that you can tell people about the interest rates, because everybody has to know our business. And they all say, well, the interest rates are too high. I'm here to tell you, look at in the last 30 years, they are not,
Right.
right?
Like,
Because
look how lucky we are.
yeah, we're between 6.5 and 7% in 2024. And as you can see, 2020 to 2024, when everything was crazy, it was not like that anywhere other time. In the early 20s, the highest or the lowest it went down to was 4.78, and that was only for a short period of time. You can find all of this information not only on NAR, but there's Mid Trends. That's a good website to go to because they'll tell you all this stuff. I kind of like took everything from the graph and condensed it to this little area on the right hand side to help you. But if you look at the 80s, the interest rates were 9% to 18% for a house. You
Right.
guys, this is your data. Use your data so you can tell people it is not, the interest rates are not too high. If you look at the most of the time between the 30s and now, 7% is our sweet point. If you
Right.
look at all of this, 7% is the sweet point. They want to work now.
Yep.
Quit listening to the media. Listen to
Right.
the experts, which is you guys, right? Here's another thing that you can send out to people. This was part of a flyer, and I just cut the top part off because you can use stuff like this, right? Don't let your debt get you down. It doesn't have anything to do with come work with me, come sell your house, come list your house. You're giving people information. Who doesn't want information about debt like this? When you get these things and you send them out, it just shows that you care about everything, right? So,
That's
yes, debt has also to do with can I qualify for a house, but it's also great information for everybody.
right. And again, with the, and I've said this before, with saving some of your money on commissions, because when you talk to an agent, go, okay, let's start some mailers, and they're like, well, I got to invest the money in that. Well, if you just start doing it one at a time for at least past clients, and we have the preferred client club that you could sign people up. So if you have, you have a sale, you set some money aside or save that money going, okay, this is going to help pay for the next 5 years, 10 years of mailers. I don't want you, so you don't feel like you're investing, like I got to take money out of my checking account. You're just putting money aside, and then it just adds up. So hypothetically, it's a $200 over 10 years. You just put $200 in your check, add that person to your mail list. The next time you get a closing, add another $200 in there and put the next person in there. And then it won't feel so hurtful financially, if that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yep.
All right. Next.
Here's a good one for you to share on your social, or you can make these little card things for to giveaways because it's National Plant a Flower Day next week on March 12th, right? So you make this little something similar to this kind of card, and you stick it to some seeds. You can go to Walmart and buy tons and tons of packs of seeds. They don't cost very much money at all. It's super cheap, and you're giving people some blooms to plant into their yard. And even if you don't hear from them right away, once those flowers start popping up, they're going to remember you because they're going to be like, oh my God, that real estate agent gave me the seeds. Look how pretty
That's right.
those flowers are. Just planting the seeds, you guys. I'm planting the seeds into your brain so that you can plant them into somebody else's brain. And of course, we have St. Patrick's Day, which is
Yep.
also coming up. I thought that was kind of cute. You could do a little lottery ticket giveaway to people and stuff like that if you want. Um, I know one of our agents that gave away lottery tickets at Christmas time. He put them in a little a holiday greeting that he sent out. And there is one customer that we've been trying to cultivate, and he gave them the lottery tickets and they won $200. So guess who called the agent? Hey, thank you. I
Yeah.
won $200 on that lottery ticket. He's going to remember him.
That's for
Cost
sure.
him a buck. Cost him $2. I think he put two $1 lottery tickets in each person's thing. And
Yeah.
one guy won $200, and it happened to be a good one for him because this is a someone he's been trying to work with for a little while now. So
And also you could, it's a follow-up phone call to see if they won.
True, that's true. It is a follow-up phone call. So all of this stuff is just a few ideas to help you guys get going. We cannot do this for you. You have to do it yourself.
Exactly.
All we're doing is providing you some information to do it. On the 7th, we have Hesh with PMI good or bad. On the 27th, we have core ethics with Mike Ferrante. The April 4th, we have the appraisal process. This is a good one. I think everyone should go to this so that they learn more about the appraisal process. Even if you're new or if you're old, if you're older, you might not really understand it all and can't remember what you learned when you were in school years and
Right.
years ago. It's a good refresher to know what appraisers are actually looking at this year and the most recent years and stuff. The May 2nd, buyer broker commission and closing costs. Hush is going to go over how we can help structure so that we can get the buyer's agent commission paid if the seller is not offering it on the MLS. So he's going to do 2 hours of that, you guys. So be
That's
prepared.
good.
I think everybody should go to that one.
All right, go back to there. All right. Well, again, that was a quick overview of some ideas on prospecting. But I love this is my number one topic. I love talking about it all day long, and it's not the same for everybody. What I mean by that is a lot of just brainstorming and let's see if I put this in a straight way. I say this a few times every day. I'm trying to find the best way for agents to prospect that is the least time consuming, the least you're gonna love doing it, but like it the least, like it the better most. No. So you don't hate it. You're not gonna most agents are not gonna sit there on the phone, make 100 phone calls a day. So we're gonna find ways to connect with people, send out things, make a few phone calls each day, network with people, but you got to find ways to connect with people. And that's why Debbie has all those good ideas of sending stuff out, like those lottery tickets, just right there. It's plain, if if you're one of those people who love those scratch offs, well, why don't you, instead of spending $10, maybe spend $5 and $5 on your clients.
Yeah.
And send 5 out. And then again, it's 2 phone calls, Imagine you spend $1. I'll say this, say it's $1. And how much is a stamp now? I don't even know what a stamp costs now. What is a
Maybe
stamp like?
68 cents
60
maybe or
something.
something like that, unless you're using the
Forever stamps or whatever.
EMMD, the direct mailer thing that the post office has, then your
Oh,
postage
yes.
is even cheaper.
So you're spending, let's say, I rather you spend $3, or we'll just say if you send out 5 a day, $15 a day, instead of getting a takeout lunch, spend $15 a day mailing things out to people like a scratch off, and you get 2 phone calls. You get that, and then say, I'm going to call you in a week from now with the post-it and a note in there. Say, I'll call you in a week just to see if you're a winner. And it's a reason to call them, because a lot of times people go, I hate calling people. I don't know what to say. Well, there, spend a few dollars every time, for a call, and you have a reason to call them. And it takes, so that's the brainstorming part of it. Like how do we make you feel better about prospecting, or easier for you in the situation that you're in, on that. So well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us. Remember, reach out to Debbie or myself. We're happy to put you on our schedule and help you out. So that's it. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.